What's up? It is the Wolf, and I am back at it again with another review. They did it. They finally did it. We have finally gotten a true-to-life Peter Parker. The film did a wonderful job of showing teenage Peter Parker go through the do's and don'ts of being a superhero, while also trying to maintain his daily life. They didn't make Spider-Man look like a hero that had it all together from the jump. They showed his flaws, his goofiness, and as the viewers, we got to watch him mature into an almost fully fledged hero. Get your web shooter ready because this is one bumpy ride for our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and his homecoming is worth every penny. Spider-Man Homecoming starts off skipping the origin story we all know and love, but are tired of seeing played out on the screen. Instead, we get to see how the Vulture came to be the main villain in the film. After being shafted by Tony Stark's cleanup crew that handles alien and exotic tech from zones where superhero battles have taken place, the Vulture decides to go a less legal route of obtaining funds to provide for his family. And by less legal, I definitely mean arms dealing and dangerously sophisticated alien weaponry. Honestly, this was a great move, seeing how the previous two films with Andrew Garfield are still rather fresh in everyone's minds. No, instead we get to see Peter Parker's daily life unfold where it should have been all along. High school. Peter is the usual loser in school with one ride-or-die friend that you will come to love. He also finds a love interest in Liz, a senior on the decathlon team with him. While dealing with his own melodrama of not getting a call back from the Avengers yet, Peter spends his time as Spider-Man doing small-town hero saving around the city of New York. He still wants more out of his superhero adventures and definitely gets more when he stumbles across some dudes literally destroying an ATM with alien weapons with a whole lot of kick. During the scuffle, the guys get away with the cash, but not without leaving behind some serious damage to nearby buildings. Of course, this boggles Peter's mind, and he attempts to let the handler, Mr. Happy, know of the severity of the situation. Mr. Happy blows him off, but Peter refuses to let the matter sit. He returns home in his costume after his backpack is stolen. He is surprised to see his best friend, Ned, sitting in his room. Now that his secret identity is out, Ned has no problem kind of causing friction in a positive way for Peter to get Liz's attention. The two are invited to a party by Liz, much to their liking, but after arriving, Peter soon finds himself spotting something in the distance that leads him away. Spider-Man comes across a dealing of alien weapons where Donald Glover is featured and soon gets caught in the crosshairs of the Shocker and his friend. After a serious chase, the two get away after the Vulture steps in to save them. Iron Man, well, just the iron suit really, appears to save Spider-Man and attempts to keep him from taking on more than he can shoot. Spider-Man is able to recover the power source of one of the weapons as he walks home from the rough night. Vulture doesn't hesitate to kill the original Shocker and appoints his new friend as the new one. Spider-Man is becoming a thorn in his side, but he refuses to give up on the weapons dealing and plans of ways to thwart this newfound nuisance. Peter, in true to Spider-Man fashion, is determined to keep the city safe, and without telling Tony, begins to track the group of thugs that were doing the selling. He soon learns that they are stationed in Maryland, so he travels with the decathlon team, then bails in an attempt to thwart the Vulture's newest target. Things don't go well, and he ends up missing the decathlon and pretty much everything, even dealing with it. Trouble strikes when Liz, Ned, and the rest of the crew get trapped in the Washington Monument's elevator after the power source from the alien weapon detonates. Peter arrives just in time to save literally everyone, but still has hell to pay after pretty much ditching a school trip. The movie progresses to the point where Peter attempts to take down the crew again on a ferry, and things literally go to hell in a handbasket. Iron Man steps in once again to save the day, but angry with Peter, he takes back the suit, saying, "If you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it." Words that will ring true to Peter when he grows enough balls to ask Liz to go to homecoming with him and finds out that the Vulture is her father. Peter decides that he can't let the Vulture go free and sacrifices his personal life for the chance of saving the lives of others. He is literally able to save the whole city in a damn tracksuit and leaves the Vulture webbed up with all the contents of the Avengers cargo plane at the beach. After proving himself, he is invited to join the Avengers but declines to be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for a little while longer. Unfortunately, Liz is moving due to the problems with her father being placed in jail, but a new spark can be seen in Michelle, who is played by Zendaya, and affectionately refers to herself as MJ. Also, before the film ends, Aunt May catches Peter in the costume, which is probably one of the funniest endings I've ever seen in my life. Fucking stellar. Oh my god, this film did everything right. We finally got in the perfect balance of geeky Peter Parker and a fresh Spider-Man learning the ropes of superhero business. He's not great out of the gate, which he shouldn't be, even with powers as a 15-year-old high school student. He's naive and learning. This was perfectly displayed in his communication with Donald Glover while trying to interrogate him, his literal slip-ups and destroying people's homes while chasing the bad guys, and even the accident of his best friend learning his secret identity. We get to really see him mature, something that was missing from the previous Spider-Man films. It always felt like Spider-Man was a well-seasoned superhero, like this wasn't his first time at the rodeo and he was innately good at it. It's nice to see this change since Spider-Man starts his superhero duties at such a young age. Another strength is totally skipping the origin story. We've seen it over and over again. There was no need to see it. It was almost like Spider-Man showed up in the Avengers and we should just know he has powers. It is covered in small talk between him and Ned, but you weren't beaten over the head with it. Something as a comic book fan I really appreciated. All the villains were actually multi-layered and visibly terrifying. One of the hardest things with superhero films are the goofy costumes to make it hard to portray villains and superheroes as badass, at least in the past. But with our newfound technology, CGI and 3D modeling, we were able to make villains like the Vulture look cool. Have you seen that man's original costume? He looks a hot mess. And last but not least, the movie wasn't bogged down with romance. There were hints here and there, but the romance acted like a side mission to the plot and not the plot itself. This was refreshing since literally all 5 of the Spider-Man films revolved around a common theme of romance. It was nice to see Spider-Man fight crime and come into his own and show he really has the gusto to be a badass superhero. I've got nothing. Nothing about this film was weak to me. Everything from the art to the actor, actresses' performances, the comedic presence, the geekiness, everything fit right into place. This was a Spider-Man film Peter Parker deserved and every fan has been waiting for. Go watch this film. This film is an excellent watch and I can see myself going to see it in theaters again very soon. They finally brought Peter Parker straight out of the comic books in his truest essence. A geeky kid who just wants to do right by the world. He takes his superhero duties seriously and came into his own. He wanted to be taken seriously and not seen as a kid and went out of his way to earn it. Spider-Man Homecoming was the film every Spider-Man fan deserves. Pacing was great, not once was I bored. There was a perfect balance of seriousness and comedic timing. All of the acting was stellar to me and the presence of each made the film feel more robust. This is a multi-layered film that deserves all the praise it's getting and I would tell anyone to go see it. I give this film a 9 out of 10. Well, there you have it. That's my review for Spider-Man Homecoming. Did you enjoy this review? Did you go see the film? Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, and please don't forget to join the GeekETV Patreon where you can get things like exclusive videos, early access to content, music, all kinds of stuff for as little as $1 a month. Oh, and you can also get your name at the end of the video, kind of like these guys right here. So what you waiting for? Support your friendly neighborhood geek. Now, even though the wolf has got a scat, just remember, long little wolf back.